It is the energy that arises from your emotions. At the time of emergency, this energy opens out. Say for example, you are walking on the road. If a dog chases you, the fear emotion surfaces, and what do? You run much faster than the fastest you can run under normal conditions, is it not? Even if you are dead tired, even if you are unable to move a limb, if suddenly a dog chases you, you will run with a different kind of energy. This is the emergency energy that arises out of emotion. The third layer energy is the being level energy. This is an infinite source of energy within you which you don't use at all. This energy layer can be opened and experienced by deep meditation. Whether you accept it or not, you are in connection with all these three layers of energies. This Vishuddhi Chakra holds in it the key to these higher level energies. Let me narrate to you an incident that actually happened during my days of wandering. In a beautiful place called Almora in the Himalayas, there is a small ashram with a few huts for those who wish to meditate. The only thing with the place is, it is known to be frequented by tigers at night. I was there for a short while during my days of wandering. I used to meditate for long hours over there. They had a system by which, when the head of the ashram senses the tigers coming, he would ring a bell and all the sadhus would get into their respective huts and close the doors until such time they were asked to come out. On one such occasion at night time, while we were meditating, the bell rang and all of us got into our respective huts. The next day, the head of the ashram came around to see if we were all right. He found that one of the huts was closed and the sannyasi inside was shouting out through the window to open the door. We all ran to the hut and we tried opening the door, but we couldn't open it. Finally, a few of us got in through the window and entered the hut. To our surprise, we found that he had placed a big grinding stone against the door so that the tiger won't be able to push its way through. We jointly moved the stone away to open the door. It suddenly struck us how the man might have moved the stone single-handedly against the door in the first place. We asked him how he had moved it. He replied, "Moved it? I simply lifted it and placed it." When he heard the call of the tiger, he simply lifted the stone to place it against the door, that's all. This is exactly what I mean by the emergency layer energy. Under normal circumstances, the same man would not have been able to lift the same stone. Do you understand? Even after the incident, once the emergency was over, he himself was unable to lift it away from the door. Out of fear or greed, the second level energy opens. For example, if there is an important meeting, do you feel tired? No, you will be alive and fresh. The desire or greed to attend the meeting will keep you in an energized condition. The Vishuddhi Chakra is the door through which all these layers of energy can be opened out, but you are not aware of it because you have not used these layers effectively in a long time. It is like this. In all harbors, there is a place called a boat jetty where the boats are kept. It is commonly said that if the boat is kept in the jetty for long without sailing, it forgets that it belongs to the water. In the same way, because you have not used the third layer of energy for a long time, you forget that you belong to it or it belongs to you. Meditation can open out this third level energy for you. If you keep this chakra in a cleansed condition, you can scale great heights in the outer world and great depths in the inner world. When you have low self-esteem or jealousy, this chakra is locked. Low self-esteem is a passive manifestation of jealousy, that's all. Jealousy is active, while low self-esteem is passive. Both are a result of comparison. With low self-esteem, you feel you are no good and you resign yourself to it. In jealousy, you are unable to bear it and you start reacting. That is the basic difference. Understand one thing. Any self-esteem that you have about yourself that indicates to you that you are lesser than God is low self-esteem. Because you are God. That is why I say there is no scope to compare yourself with anyone else. You need to experience the second and third layers of energy hidden in this chakra in order to understand the infinite potential that is lying hidden in you. This chakra is really the seat of energy for us. When we concentrate on it, we will be able to feel the energy radiating from it. In the Himalayas, when I used to wander, so many miles I used to cover by foot. I used to start walking at a slow pace, concentrating on my Vishuddhi chakra. Slowly I would pick up speed concentrating on the chakra and walk effortlessly. After a certain point, my body would start moving with a swinging pace and I would be just a watcher. I would cover many miles together in this fashion. All the food that you take or exercise that you do helps only the first layer of energy. Food alone does not give you energy. It is a common misconception that only food gives you energy. Food is one source of energy, that's all. Yogis in Tibet do not eat at all. They simply drink water out of the shell of a bilva fruit. I lived like that for 6 months in the Himalayas. I got the energy from the sun, from the water while taking my bath, from the air while breathing. These are all yogic methods. Tapasya is the penance you do for enlightenment throughout your life. That alone vibrates in your being. When you start competing with others, you forget your own self. You forget to strengthen your own being, which is your actual untapped source of energy. If you have physical strength and intellectual strength without the strength of the soul, it is of no use. It is only when you discover the strength of your soul have you touched your life source. Yes, what is your question? Swamiji, once we are able to be without jealousy, have we completely gotten freedom in at least one aspect of our shortcomings? Of course. If you are able to see a space where love can exist without passion or jealousy, you have definitely moved forward. But continue moving with complete awareness, because you can very easily slip back into your old unconscious ways and find yourself going through all the old emotions once again. Hold on to the newly discovered awareness and move with it. It can open up many more beautiful avenues for you to explore. Don't stagnate. The greatest danger is to cling on to a few experiences thinking they are solid. Masters never allowed their disciples to stagnate in any experience. They always prod them on further so that the disciple may look deeper and deeper in his quest. People who have had visions of gods and goddesses most often tend to stagnate in their spiritual journey. They feel there is nothing more to be seen and therefore stay right there, holding on to that experience. This should never be allowed to happen. You see, until you have reached the state of eternal bliss, you can hit the rock bottom at any time. So remember that and nurture your awareness continuously to take you to realms of deeper and deeper understanding. Understand one thing. The work of a master is so delicate. He has to handle each and every one of you with utmost care and delicateness. He has to see in which way each of you will grow and make you flower in that way. Each of you has been through so many lives and have accumulated so much of ignorance. He has to work through all that and wake you up. And remember one thing. Life offers plenty of solutions, but there is always something that fits you best. The intelligence lies in finding out that. When you apply your own intelligence and find it out, you will enjoy the benefits of it. Whereas, if you start looking at others and